Okay, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome back. If you've been following, I always say that too quickly. This time I'm going to do something I've only done once before. I want to do a challenge. So there's 3 books that I'm going to be trying to read. Hidden Figures, Eat, Pray, Love, and I'm going to say this wrong. The Accidental Billionaire. So I'm doing biographies this month. So these are all 3 biographies. Hidden Figures is about the 3 women who worked at NASA in a time where women didn't, let alone women of color, as like engineers and things. Eat, Pray, Love is about this woman who goes on this journey to discover her life. I'm pretty sure, like in the wilderness. And then The Accidental Billionaire. It's, if you've seen the movie The Social Network, it's the book that movie is based off of. It's basically the story of the founding of Facebook. So my challenge is I'm going to try to read at least 50 pages a day and see how many days it takes me to read them. I'm going to start with Hidden Figures, and then we're going to start with Hidden Figures. I will keep you updated. So my goal is at least 50 pages. If more, that's fine, but at least 50. So I'll get back to you. Let's see how many we can read today. So I was not able to read 50 pages today. In my defense, I did start the book at like 6, knowing that I had to be somewhere at like 6:45. But hey, I'm reading a little bit of the preface. I have like 3 pages more of the preface. So hopefully tomorrow I can read 50 pages. I'll see you next time. So we got to page 2 today of Hidden Figures. I thought this challenge might be a little more easier. But reading 50 pages is hard. Hopefully tomorrow, I have 2 more weeks off before school starts. I'm hoping the weekends are kind of busy, but I'm hoping next week and the week after I can start to read more. So that's where we're at. See you next time. So I was able to read 74 pages, so I'm at a goal, woo, for the first day. So I'm very excited about that, and see you tomorrow. So yay, I was able to read about 100 pages, so we like doubled it, which is really good. Yeah, because this is my last week before I really go back to work for the summer. So hoping to see how many we can get read today, or tomorrow, I guess. Sorry. Hello. So I was able to read 59 pages. So far we've reached our goal. Only the first 2 days were kind of hard. So see you next time. So bye. We were able to read like 97 pages today. Woo! So this challenge has been very exciting. Stay tuned. Okay, so sorry, I've been really bad at this. It has been probably a week since I last did a video. I still was doing the challenge, but for like, so sorry, it's been like probably a week since I made one of these. Between family reunions and I actually kind of went back to work this week getting my classroom ready, I was only reading like 10-20 pages a day. Until yesterday and today I was able to read like 70, and today we completed the books. So thank you for joining me on this 50-page challenge. I'm glad it was 50. I almost thought of doing 100, but this was actually harder than I thought it would be, to make myself read a set number of pages every day. I might try this again, but with just chapters. Like, okay, let's try 3 chapters. But yeah, so you don't even know what books I've been reading. So surprise, here are the books. I'm doing biographies this month, and I think I did explain it. The first one is Hidden Figures by Margaret Lee Shelterly. So this is a story about 3 women who worked for NASA. First it was Langley, but it was just historic. They were women of color. One was an engineer. One was, they called them computers, basically like did numbers. And the other one was kind of the one who was in charge of all of the women and got them to where they needed to go. It was really good. was gonna say, sometimes I was a little confused what was happening. I guess I was expecting more of a story, because if you've seen the movie, it's more of a story. But it makes sense because biographies are a little different. Oh, sorry, yawning. Than just a regular story. But this is actually really cool. I mean, you get to know a lot about the space program and seeing how we actually got people to space. And it was really cool. So, it was really good. I liked it. I would say the only thing is, it's kind of helpful if you're going to jump between 3 people to maybe put like who you're talking about at the beginning of the chapter. Because sometimes they just jumped. This one took me a little longer to get into, so I know that it is a little slower of a beginning. But I really enjoyed it. So if you haven't seen the movie or read the book, I would recommend it. Just to see what these women kind of went through, right? Trying to advance in their fields back when it was really hard for a woman, let alone a woman of color, to do so. So it's just really cool, and I liked learning about the NASA program. These are incredible women, and they all have incredible stories. Oh, I'm yawning so much. Sorry. It'll be incredible odds. So go read it and watch the movie. 5 out of 5. Like, it really is good. Longer chapters. Just get ready for that. The second one I read in this challenge was Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've also seen this movie. This is a story about a woman's journey. I guess you could say spiritual journey. So this woman, she goes to, sorry, I can't even remember the 3 places now. I know it's like Europe is first, but I can't remember what part of Europe. Italy, sorry. She goes to Italy, India, and then Indonesia. So Italy is more, this woman's life has fallen apart, right? She goes right from kind of deciding to end her marriage into a relationship, and she's not divorced, but she's with this other guy. So you see her trying to deal with the struggles of this relationship that's not the best, but she loves the guy, and dealing with going through a divorce. It's just, a lot. And basically her life falls apart, and she's like, what do I do? So she decides just to take a year. She's a writer. So she goes to Italy. That's more just fun, right? She takes an Italian class. She just always wanted to learn Italian. Basically just eats and kind of sees things. It's more fun. Then she goes to India. She goes to an ashram, which is like a temple of sorts. Anyway, she spends 4 months in each of the places, because it ends up to be a year. So she goes there, learns a lot about like meditation and things. And then in Indonesia, she spends 4 months with this medicine man, learned lots of things. I like this book. The only thing I would say was there was some language. And you don't, there's, I would say there's a lot of spice, but the topic of intimacy is brought up a lot. So just be aware of that. But other than that, I really do like this. Like I say, I say spiritual journey. You have to read it. Let's just say she has a different concept of God than I think most people do. So, know that it's even the ashram, it's more of her journey of being, of not needing other people. Well, how do I phrase this? No, that sounds wrong. Learning that she doesn't need to live for other people's acceptance of her, right? The thing is, we have to learn to accept ourselves. So this is her kind of journey of her working through all the things that happened in her past and learning that she has to accept herself. Like, it doesn't really matter, I guess you can say, if other people accept you or not. Because at the end of the day, it matters that you accept you. Right? And you have the power to change it. Like, we're not stuck as human beings, we like to label ourselves. Like, oh, we're just this way. But first you have to accept yourself. And then if you don't like what you're seeing, you have the power to change it. Like, it may not be easy, but it's that simple. Like, you don't like an aspect about yourself, you can change it. And so it's just her journey going through it. This one was interesting, because I was expecting a biography to be someone else writing about her, but this was her writing about her journey. So I think it's called an autobiography. I may be really off about that, but yeah. So those are the two books. This one I would do a 5 out of 5 too, because she kind of learns different things in each of the 3 places. So I would highly recommend it. There was another book I was going to read about Mark Zuckerberg and how he came up with Facebook. If you've seen The Social Network, that movie's based off a biography. But I didn't get to it, so it's still on the list. But this was a fun first experience with biographies. I've never really read them, so I'm excited. I'm very excited to finish this month. And I'm glad I got to do this challenge of trying to read 50 pages, which I think if you go back through, I only actually met the goal like 4 or 5 times. It's a lot harder than I thought. So I'm glad I didn't do the 100 pages. Life just gets you. So, thank you for watching this far. If you like it, please give it a big thumbs up, right, and share it. If you have any other fun challenge ideas, I'd love to hear your comments. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, hit that notification button. I'm pretty consistent. Monday and Wednesday are Child's Book, and then Saturday are the books that I'm reading. And yeah, then I love to hear from you. Any challenge ideas, your thoughts on either of these books or the movies, any other biography recommendations that you think I would like. I do try to do no language or no advice, so that's why I always mention it, because it bugs me. I really am trying to find books that don't have it, because it lowers it. So your paid level, like a really good book, but I actually might have to, you know what, I'm changing. I might have to do it like a 4 out of 5 because of language, maybe even a 3.5. It bothers me when it's there, just because I don't think it's necessary. But some people don't have that problem. So please, any other clean biographies, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.